Hi there, welcome to another video. Thanks for joining me. We're talking in this video about systems of equations. And in this video, we'll answer only the basic question, what are systems of equations? And we will deal with how to solve them in other videos. But here first, I'd like to answer the question, what are systems of equations? So we know what equations mean, right? And the question is, what does system mean? So basically, when we say we have a system of equations, what we're saying simply is that we have more than one equation. So we have a set of several equations. We could have 2 equations, we could have 10, we could actually have thousands of equations if we're looking at very complicated problems. But in this example, and most of the ones we will deal with, we have 2 equations. And what you see here in this example here, so the first equation is y equals 2x plus 3. And you see that we have 2 variables. We have y and we have x. The second equation is y equals 4x minus 5. And again, we have our 2 variables, y and x. So we have a set of 2 equations and 2 variables. And we're looking for one solution. So basically, when we say this is a system of equations, what we mean to say is that when we solve them, we want them all to have the same solution. So we're looking at 2 variables, x and y, which would be like an ordered pair, x, y, and indeed if we look on the plane, we will see these as an ordered pair. So it's an ordered pair that solves both of the equations. So we're looking for one set of x, y that will solve this equation and this equation. And again, we'll look into the solution of this in subsequent videos. But this is what a system of equations is, and it's usually will show up with the same number of variables as equations. That is not always true, but that is usually the case. Now, in order to understand better why we would be handling systems of equations that we would like to solve simultaneously, here is like a real life example. And I'm going back to the gym membership cost. We've used this example in other videos. So we have Gym 1 and Gym 2. Gym 1 has a $50 registration fee, so that's a one-time fee, and then every month it has a $30 monthly fee. So the overall cost we will call Y, okay? Cost is going to be our Y. Y equals $50 plus $30 times the number of months that we are members. And of course, as you can already guess, the number of months is a variable x. So we have 2 variables. We have cost and number of months. We can write a very similar equation for Gym 2, right? So we can write y, let's call this y1, and this we'll call y2, equals $125 plus $25. That's the whole point, right? That they have a different monthly fee. So plus $25 times, and we'll call this x2, and that would be x1. So our variables again are the number of months and the cost here, y2. Now, we're looking now to answer a question, how long do we need to be members for the cost of membership in Gym 1 to reach the cost of Gym 2? So why are we asking this? Well, when we register, we're obviously paying much more in Gym 2, right? So initially, if we look at just registration, Gym 2 is more expensive. But the question is there a point where Gym 1 will become just as expensive? What does that mean? If we're looking at the cost of memberships, and we want them to reach the same number, we're looking at a situation where these two y's are the same, right? Y1 will be equal to Y2. But we're looking for that to happen after the same number of months in both memberships. So also X1 equals X2. So what we have here is similar to the example. We have a set of equations where we have the same two variables, because now we're not looking at a general cost or a general number of months. We're looking at the number of months that will have to pass until both memberships cost the same amount. And so we'll write y equals 50 plus 30x, and we'll drop the ones here, the subscript 1, because now we're looking at the same variable for both memberships, right? We want the same cost and the same number of months. And so at this point now we have a system of equations, of two equations, right? And our variables are x, number of months, y, cost, but these are the number of months and the cost when the cost is the same. Okay, so this was just to define what a system of equations is, and we will actually solve this equation in several different ways and a few other examples in the next few videos.